Hey guys, Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com. Sorry about that. I'm coming from you from Periscope and had a problem turning the camera around. Hey, it happens. Anyway, getting started with Periscope today. Got people showing up slowly but surely. Just sent a link out on Twitter. We'll see how well that does. And I tried something different this time. I put some hashtags in it. We'll see if that gets us any more Periscopers coming out today. So today I wanted to talk to you about Facebook business pages, because I know a lot of you people out there are thinking of putting your business on Facebook. And where do you start? Hey, we got Christy. It looks like she joined. Maybe Christy can tell us where she is from. As always, guys, my name is Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com, and I'm coming at you live 30 miles north of Detroit City from a little town called Romeo, Michigan. Nice little town indeed, and a nice sunny day today. It's about 80 degrees out and sunny. We got Stacy Papazzari just joined. Cool. Okay, guys, I know I'm going to take this Periscope as always and post it out on my YouTube channel and my podcast, my blog, and Facebook. It's kind of cool to post your scopes all over the place like that, because after a while they just kind of die off. And what I've been doing with my scopes is after your scope is over, after you're done doing it, you can save the video to your camera roll, and it makes an MP4 file, and that's what you can post to YouTube. But you know what? When people are joining in the scope and they're chatting in the scope, like I see another AD, I can't pronounce that screen name, sorry, just joined, and people tap the screen and give me hearts, which they don't do much, but hey, down the road, I'm sure they will. Maybe someone could tap the screen and give me some hearts, we'll see. But I want all that stuff to be recorded so that you guys on YouTube can see it. And I started a software project today, there we got some hearts, called Scope Catch. So I set the site up today, I went on GoDaddy and set up Scope Catch, and what I'm gonna do with Scope Catch is I'm gonna make it so that when you start your Periscope broadcast, it records it with the hearts and you can see people join and all the chat and cool stuff, and formats it for YouTube. We'll see if I can pull it off. It's not gonna be easy, but hey, I'm always up to the challenge. So looks like we got some people who've joined in, which is cool. Let's get talking about Facebook for Business. So I am gonna assume that you have a business and you're on the internet and you have been thinking of using Facebook with it, but you're not really sure what to do or how to get started. So I'm going to give you a couple tips on just how do you do it. So the first tip I have for you, when people get started to put their business on Facebook, the first question they have is, do I need to make a separate account for my business, or do I just put it under my personal account? And if I put it under my personal account, doesn't that get messed up with Facebook? Doesn't my personal stuff bleed into my business and my business bleed into my personal? I'm going to answer that for you right now. The answer is no. What you want to do from your personal account, when you log in on the desktop version of Facebook, there's going to be on the right, there's going to be a drop down little arrow on the far right up in the top menu, and you just click that, and under there you're going to see create page. So you want to do it from your personal profile. Facebook's they're gonna shut your business account down if they find out you went out and opened a separate account for business. That's not how they want you doing it. The good news is once you create this page, it's completely separate from your personal profile. So what you do is you'll go in and you'll pick create page, and they're going to give you 6 different categories for your page, but just know from watching this scope, there's basically going to be 2 different ones you're going to want to pick. If you're a local business, pick local business. If you are a website, then just pick brand. So just pick one of those 2, and then it'll have a form. Just fill it out the best you can and save it, and you'll have a new Facebook page. It's really, really easy to do. But the takeaway you need to know is to do it under your own profile. Now, after you've created that page, what you can do when you go into Facebook is you can click on that drop down and you can become that page. So when you select that page from the drop down, now everywhere you go on Facebook, if you leave comments in groups, if you leave comments on pages or posts, it all comes from the page, not from you personally. And that's a big one that got me really hung up for a long time. It's why I didn't get started with Facebook sooner, is I thought all this stuff would get messed up with my personal stuff. Just not the case, guys. So just know you set it up under your profile. The business stuff will be completely separate from your personal stuff. pretty straightforward. Now, the second thing you're going to run into is after you fill out the form, you're going to see people that have really nice looking Facebook pages with beautiful backgrounds. And hey, I'm not a great artist. Maybe you're not either. You're probably not a great artist. So my next tip for you is to hire someone to do your background. Now the good news, what you can do is just go to a site called Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and go in the search bar and just type Facebook background, and you'll find a bunch of people that will build you a pretty damn nice looking Facebook background for $5. I've got a bunch of them made. They always look great, and I really recommend you just do that. Even if you are pretty good at graphics, at the end of the day, it's probably going to take you a couple hours to come up with a graphic you're really happy with, and why not just outsource it to somebody for $5 and let them do it? And of course, if you don't like it, then they'll change it. So my second tip is to hire a graphic artist for $5 to create your background image for your Facebook page. And so now we got a Facebook page set up. It looks pretty good. And now my third tip is just to have realistic expectations of what that page is going to do for you. So what you're probably going to do is you're going to be looking at this Facebook page and it doesn't have any likes. You're going to post stuff to it. Hey guys who just joined, my name's Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com. We are actually starting to wrap up our talk on Facebook for Business. My final tip for you guys that are just joining is after you have your page set up is to have some realistic expectations for it. So you're not going to have anyone who likes your page in the beginning. You can easily invite your friends and customers and people like that to like your page. Typically when I see people do that, they end up around, if you did a pretty good job, you may get as many as 100 likes. Facebook wants you to keep building up the likes. You're on the hook for that. You're either going to pay Facebook money to do it for you, or they're going to want you to go out and contact all your friends and all your customers and take traffic from your website and drive it back to Facebook so people can like your Facebook page. So you build up a bunch of likes on your Facebook page. Well, great. Well, now what? Well, now you're probably going to post status updates to those people on Facebook, pictures of things you've done for your business, announcements for your business, interesting articles related to your industry about your business. Those are the kind of things you're going to post for status updates. But the problem is, and I've talked about this a lot, guys, if you have 100 people who've liked your page, when you post a status update, not all 100 are going to see it. 3 or 4 out of 100 people will see it. I see this all the time. If you have 1,000 people that like your page, 30 or 40 are ever going to see your status update. It's just how Facebook works. It's just what it is. If you want to get faster results with Facebook, you got to get into their ad system. I know that's scary for a lot of people, but the fact is once you cross that hump and get into Facebook ads, you've left a lot of your competitors in the dust because they're just not willing to try it. And you'll be floored at how many impressions and how much you can do with Facebook on the ad side. But what you do need to know is on the, I'll call it organic side, the non-paid side, you're going to set up a page, you're going to get people to like it, and you're going to get a small percentage of those people to ever see your updates. So just know that when you're going into Facebook that's the deal. And if you're sitting there thinking, making a Facebook page and having it done and trying to build up likes and having a small percentage of people ever see them, doesn't sound like it's, for me, it sounds like it's a lot of work with not a lot in return. And you know what? That's probably a good business decision for you. It doesn't work great for everybody. You do see these people who've built up hundreds of thousands of likes. You know what? Chances are they did it before Facebook changed the rules. It used to be if you had 100 people liked your page, all 100 people saw it. There's a whole mess of people that went out there and built up hundreds of thousands of likes. They still have them. And if you got 250,000 likes on your page, yeah, it's still worth it to send a status update for sure. But if you're just getting started out and you're new to Facebook, it's not the same deal anymore. And you just need to know that. So after you watch this scope, if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, maybe Facebook's not for me, maybe it's not for your business. It can be for your business if you look at it from the ad side, and you really have to do that. But for the organic side, the party's kind of over in that respect for new people starting up. But just guys, know what you're getting into with Facebook. So hope this scope helps. If you want to follow me on Periscope, I'm going to be doing more scopes like this, and I will keep you guys up to date with my software when I finally get that working. And you guys on YouTube and the podcast and everything else will get to see a real scope with people joining and adding hearts and all that other kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, I'll do another one of these on Wednesday. Not 100% sure on what the topic is, but as I get emails flowing in and questions, I'm sure. What is your opinion for the best software for targeted ads on Facebook? What you want to do for targeted ads on Facebook is use their software. I've done a lot with their API. I don't really know of any software out there that does it better, but the targeting where I recommend you start is if you have a customer list or a phone number list of your customers, upload that into Facebook and find your customers first on Facebook, and you can start targeting them directly. And Facebook's smart enough to look at your customers and say, you know what, there's because you've uploaded so many customers, we can find other customers that look just like your existing customers. So take that lookalike audience and mix it in with someone who's a competitor in your industry or an incumbent in your marketplace or trade associations where you think these people will hang out, and you will be in business with a pretty good target audience to start with. So anyway, guys, the scope went longer than I wanted today. I'll talk to you again soon on Wednesday. I'll do this the same time. So follow me on Periscope and we'll do this again, and I will answer any Facebook questions you have. No problem. Take care, Muffin Man 87. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.